The market sell off, and we're at a 2-week low. My name's D7 here at Grok Trade. It is Wednesday, hump day, August 24th, 2016. Markets in bearish territory with small caps. Russell's down 0.8%. However, banks end the day showing a positive gain. However, that might not be caught up yet. But XLF, which is an ETF on financials, at break even. So you have financials not doing as poorly as what we're seeing the broad markets doing as a whole. Crude oil down 2.4%. Gold up by more than 1%. Silver up by almost 2%. And VIX higher. We are at 13.45, up 8.6%. The VIX ETF up 2%. And here we are looking at the S&P 500 daily chart. We have this. Let me blow up more data here. See the two big blue lines? These two big blue lines give us a rising wedge. That rising wedge is bearish. And we are at a resistance area. But if we zoom in here, you're going to see that our big rising wedge has turned into a smaller rising wedge. And today we broke down below that. We do have a bearish divergence here on the MACD. And this is a centered oscillator MACD coming across. And what I mean by that is we're going higher here. We should be going higher here, but we're not. We're going lower. So this breakdown could spell a danger going into the future. We actually had a tick higher on today's drop, but we found support at the rising 20-day moving average. That's that blue line coming across right here. If I look here at small caps, this is the Russells. We have the same rising wedge. We dropped, but we found support at this line. Support. So even though it's a rising wedge with a bearish divergence, we're not yet. We haven't broken this yet. So something that we're looking for. Now, with the financials being as strong as they are, I doubt that we're going to see any major follow through to the downside, at least tomorrow, Thursday. But anything, in fact, can happen. So it's something that we are watching for. Crude oil went up. And then, you know what, I didn't do a video yesterday, and let me explain to you why. In my house right now, I have the world's most dangerous man, literally. If you look up the world's most dangerous man, you're going to find the name Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock is a UFC Hall of Famer. So for a lot of you guys, you don't know what that means. So let me put it in layman's terms. This man was the one that did the edgy combat sport after boxing, called mixed martial arts, or MMA. So in other words, they threw two men in a cage and said fight, virtually with no rules. It since has become more safe, and now they do have rules, and you'll know the term UFC, and it has taken a lot of market share from boxing. And anyway, another promotion called Bellator, which we've worked with closely. But anyway, long story longer, Ken Shamrock is in my house. I picked him up at the airport yesterday, and we're working on some business stuff. He has been through the mentorship in Vegas. He might be there again coming up in November. If you guys aren't going to that, you need to see if you can be invited in. You can only be invited in if you answer. We have like 12 to 15 questions. And we're trying to find those individuals that would be right for our education. And so anyway, you can do that at Grok Trade. Go to Grok Trade, click on Trading Mentor, and you can do that with us. Anyway, so what's going on with crude oil is very troubling to me. We popped up above it. We try to stay above, and now we broke down below. This could be a jab, and if this is a jab, or in this case, because it's symmetrical triangle, a big death hook, and these are terms you don't know because you haven't been through our mentor program, this could be very, very bearish and soon, like a significant drop to the downside. So I'm very interesting to see what happens going into the close of this week, Thursday and Friday, for crude oil. Watch this very closely. This could get slippery, and it could be a sizable sell-off. Gold, there's the sell-off. I called it a sell, and we have continued down. Gold's in trouble. Much like silver, I called it a sell way up here. We said sell on this candlestick, and now we continue to nose dive. My sell signals are still on both of those, And that is where we're at. Now, quickly, I want to look at the, I have a bull list, bear list. That's on the V newsletter. You can get that at groktrade.com. Go to groktrade.com. You can get stock picks that we pick. I'm going to look at tech stocks. Some of those tech stocks are on our bull and bear list, but BABA was down 2% today. If you look at this, we're looking good, and then boom, to the downside. But volume's not bad. This could just be a bull flag in the making. So something to watch for. But eBay was almost up 2%. Today in today's bearish market, but check this out: big pop, a nice volume, but we're at resistance. Look for a breakout to the upside. eBay could be a buy, but GoPro has lost more than 3%. We're up, and then a big sell-off. We could be in sizable trouble here on eBay if I were to draw a trend line coming up there. I like that a lot. We broke down. You'd be saying, hey, you didn't draw the trend line right. Actually, I would say that you're undereducated. This is drawn extremely right, and to probably, let me just take the time to prove it to you. If I go to a line chart, you'll see that we have right here support coming up, support before we broke down. You can see that where it popped up before it came down. It doesn't look like that at all when I go over here to candlesticks and show you this. It looks a lot choppier. Anyway, so feel really good about that. We did break down, and that could be problematic going into the future. But Twitter was off by 2.3%. I expected to see this thing bounce. I even said that, so I'm going to get rid of that now. And we now close below the 200-day moving average. So I'm seeing a ton. We have support coming across there. You see that drop. We're seeing a lot of weakness out there in the markets, but the financials are still strong. So the markets could certainly stay buoyant here going into the close of the week. But overall, we're at a 2-week low. Things looking a little nasty out there. Stay close to us, and we'll keep you in this. And listen, a lot of prayers for Central Indiana. I reside here, Carmel, Indianapolis region. We had a ton of tornadoes tear through here, a lot of damage just happened here recently. Matter of fact, last time Ken Shamrock was here, we had tornadoes. We were down in the basement, waiting out the storms, and sure enough, he come back to town, and we have tornadoes again. So I'm not sure if he'll be invited back. Catch you later.